We got big news, San Diego Padres fans. The pitching gods have blessed the Padres with a solution for the starting rotation. Big news on how well Nick Pivetta is doing. What's going on, everybody? I'm Christian Pedersen, back with another episode of Padres Digest, the show where so far through spring training, I give you the TLDR of it all. I watch the games at a 12:30 getaway game on a Tuesday so that you don't have to spend your days toiling away through spring training. I give you just the highlights, including what you saw there from Nick Pivetta. We're going to talk about him. But before, though, we get there, I've got to ask you, please, I got to do the thing. You know I got to do the thing. I'm sorry I got to do the thing, but I got to do the thing. Can you hit the subscribe button, please? We're stoked to see that some of you are coming back. So many of you are new. We welcome you. We are a brand new show. I'm riding shotgun with you. Win, lose, or draw this season for the San Diego Padres, and I got you covered on everything you need to know. But it will help us both if you hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get back to it. Nick Pivetta, let's go back to some of the strikeouts that he has racked up so far now through two very successful outings as a starting pitcher. Look, Pivetta is somebody who, for those of you guys that maybe did not follow him extremely close, we can pull up his stats from last season. In 27 starts, here's what he had. Look, low home runs, high strikeouts. So it makes sense. And this is a video that we just did on our channel, so go hit the subscribe. That's why you get these videos. But we did a breakdown of just how well the Padres are doing strikeout and home run ratio-wise as a pitching staff through spring. And this is a big part of it. This is a guy who they brought in to fit the mold of the overall staff and rotation. But what I'm seeing right now of him like this, you go back to the strikeouts here. If he can do this for 30 starts, where this is his ceiling and his down is, he's going to have 2 or 3 starts where he gets out of there in 4 innings. He's going to have another handful where he's only a 5-inning guy. But if he can largely give you strikeouts that come with both the fastball and the breaking ball, like you're seeing there, during an outing consistently as the Padres' number 4 guy. You're telling me you wouldn't take that 10 out of 10 times? I'd take that 10 out of 10 times. I'd take that and then also say that, look, some of this is going to depend on the offense. That's just nature of the sport. One side can't win it all. But if we can get somewhere in the median distribution of what I think our offense is capable of, I say Pivetta could lower the ERA under 4 to just, I think he can do a 3.85, something like that. And I think he can probably win somewhere between 12 and 15 games. High of that being like 17, 18 games, depending on the run support that he gets. But I think this guy could be absolutely lethal in the long term as a 4 starter, because you got to think that what you're seeing right here, you'd be like, hey, I would take, obviously some of that is going to change against the Dodgers, but you'd take it in the span of a series. That's not an automatic, from what I have seen through 2 starts, that's not an automatic rollover, take the L, be like, man, you just you got to tip your hat to that lineup. I think he can get us a couple of solid outings against the Dodgers regular season, and then in the postseason. I know 2 outings might seem hyperbolic, but sometimes with a pitcher, you like his stuff and you can see it, it meets with the standard of the body of work after a couple years that they have produced in the majors. And that's what I think we're getting with Pivetta. He's 32, going to be 33 during the season. And I think that, we know what this asset is. We know what this asset can be. The question just in signing him that the Padres had is, what are we going to get out of him? Sometimes arms take a precipitous drop. This, though, does not look like an arm that is taking a precipitous drop. And if this is what you are telling me follows some permutation of Yu Darvish, Dylan Cease, Michael King, then Pivetta, and then you don't even really have to worry about that 5 because you've got enough people between Waldron and Kolchak and Morihone and maybe Musgrove when he comes. The 5 is icing on the cake. That is very first world problems to be like, oh, we don't have a stud at our 5. We're not the Mariners. Oh, well. I think 1 through 4, if you get this Pivetta anchoring that 4, be very excited about what this Padres team is capable of doing this year. Now, granted, we are going to have to deal with the Dodgers, so all season long, there's this weird sort of artificial bar. We make it, let's get in as a wild card team. That is not a defeatist attitude saying get in as a wild card team. Get in as a wild card team and have this guy as your divisional game closing out with. Like, you don't have to burn out that pitching staff, and you hopefully can hold on to the bullpen. Hypothetically, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but hypothetically, having a 4 that's this guy sets you up in the best position possible that the Padres have been in the last couple of years in terms of a series against the Dodgers in the postseason. And I think that is big, given that the Padres and Dodgers feel like in the offseason there was this, if it was in reality this, that just the Padres added base and they're going to get Xander to bounce back and they're going to get some of their other stuff and there will be a little uptick. I think that you got to take it, because the Padres have been very, very close the last couple of years, and eventually either going to blow it up or are going to break through. And I think this is more breakthrough than blow up from what we're seeing out of the 4-starter, Nick Pivetta. Make sure you drop a comment, though, if you agree, disagree, or anything in between, and hit that subscribe button. Tons of other great content coming out as spring training finishes up and the regular season gets here. We're going to be ramping it all up, and if you hit the subscribe button, everything comes straight to you. Until next time, keep the faith. Talk to you soon.